Hello, everybody. I'm Ben. I'm here with Steven in the booth.
Hello.
So we're gonna stream a little bit of old school here during our lunch break.
Yes, old school.
On the right hand side of your screen, we got Andy, who you know and love from our streams. He's on his mono blue shenanigans deck, and on the left side of the screen, we got Alex on his mono black Alex deck. Not really a better way to describe his playing.
So it says mono blue shenanigans, but I believe Andy uses a lot of kind of land taxing cards.
Yeah, you can see one right there. The Psychic Venom.
Psychic Venom, right?
Yeah. It looks like an erosion, power sink, and that phantasmal terrain. So he's gonna try to lock Alex out of his colors early on.
For those of you that don't know, old school is a older format. You can only use cards that were printed in 1993 and 1994. So it kind of just brings you back to the nostalgia and the way Magic was originally meant to be played.
Yeah. Good old days where there weren't all these interactions and crazy combos.
I wonder if we're going to see a sinkhole here from...
No, we're going to see an Order of the Ebon Hand. It's I believe that's a 2/1 first. 2/1, it can give itself protection and first strike, I believe. It's been a long time since I've seen that card out of the Ball and Empires set.
Yep. I think it can give itself +1/+0 and then first strike.
I think so. I think you're right. And I think does it have protection from white right off the bat?
No, that's Black Knight.
Okay, yeah.
What is this enchantment on?
So Phantasmal Image, it changes the land's type.
Okay.
Yeah, to whatever Andy chose, which I'm going to probably guess is not a swamp. Alex follows up with a Hypnotic Spectre. Good old...
There's a beautiful black bordered Hypnotic Spectre there.
Yeah, it looks Japanese maybe. Hard to tell. And then Andy with the Psychic Venom. So what that does, whenever Alex taps that swamp there with the Psychic Venom on it, he's going to take 2 points of damage.
2 damage, okay.
Yeah, which is it's pretty relevant because this format does have mana burn. So if you have any unused mana left in your pool as it would empty, you're going to take damage.
Now imagine on Alex being on mono black, he's probably going to have a lot of double black spells, so right now he's probably struggling.
Yeah, he's a little locked out right now. But that Hypnotic Spectre is going to do some work.
And he looks like, is that an unsummon that he's holding up?
It is an unsummon. So,
okay,
yeah,
so the Spectre, yep, it's a good play.
Return to Alex's hand.
And he's going to have to take 2 if he wants to recast it.
Yeah. I feel like that might still be the play, though, to be honest.
And looks like Andy's
Mistress
got a clone.
Workshop. There is a clone there as well.
And a 4th land.
So Alex will take the 2. He's got 3 floating. He will recast the Hypnotic Spectre.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Andy just clone the Spectre here.
That would be my play as well. We got a clone coming in.
All right, there we go.
And let's see. No word on what it named, but it's... Yeah. There you go, Andy. Reading our minds. Knowing what we're talking about here. It is a copy of the Hypnotic Spectre. And so the big thing about that is it's a 2/2 flyer. When it hits the opponent, they will have to discard a card at random, which is pretty big. But Andy did tap himself out for that.
You're going to have to remind me, Mishra's Factory, does it turn itself into a 2/2 creature? Okay, 2/2.
You can pay 1 to turn itself into a 2/2.
That might become relevant here since...
I believe it can tap to buff another assembly worker.
Okay.
And it looks like... Yeah. So... Looks like we got a little bit of lag here. Alright, Alex is tapping out, taking 2 damage again off that... Oh. Never mind. He untapped everything.
I think Andy really wants to see another Psychic Venom for the other.
I think he does too. I think he'd like to see another Phantasmal Image at this point as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better, I think.
Yeah, keep Alex off that free double black. So Alex will take 2 again.
So this is 4 mana?
4 mana floating. Juzamjin? I don't know if Alex is rolling that deep, but...
Drain Life?
Yeah, he's going to Drain Life the clone.
Okay. So what Drain Life is going to do here is he has to pay 2 and then 2 additional to deal X damage, so it's going to be dealing 2 damage to the Hypnotic Spectre. They're clearing it for his Hypnotic Spectre to come in and...
And Alex will gain 2 life off of it. The big stipulation on Drain Life, however, is that you can only spend black mana on the X portion.
So you see the Hypnotic Spectre forcing Andy to randomly discard that Power Sink.
Yeah, that might hurt him on a little bit later. I see, looks like an Erosion, I believe.
Counterspell.
I'm not sure what that one is.
Unsummon?
No, that's not an unsummon. That's either a Twiddle.
Oh, it's a counter. The second one is a counterspell.
Yeah, the one on the back of his hand is a counterspell. Yeah, and he will counter that Hymn to Torok. Very good choice. Hymn to Torok, one of the most powerful discard spells ever printed in Magic. 2 black mana, target opponent discards. Oh, sorry, target player discards 2 cards at random.
So I do believe that as a Twiddle, which makes sense, forcing your opponent to tap their lands. Well, before combat, he's going to tap the Hypnotic Spectre.
Yeah. So before combat. Oh no, he's going to go for the Psychic Venom.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it does the same thing and taps Alex out. He's going to lose it regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Strip Mine.
Yeah.
Beautiful black bordered Strip Mine there.
Which, if you guys haven't been paying attention, those have gone a ridiculously high in value. It's definitely probably the most expensive common ever. And a full swing from the team. Alex tapping that Psychic Venom land to take 2 more damage. Just throw it in Andy's face type of thing here.
Alright, and are we doing best 2 out of 3 here?
I don't know. That'd be a good question. I hope to see another game. That was a lot of fun, but it was pretty quick. Alex's mono black control-ish type deck making short work of the shenanigans. Now, before this match, I got to take a look through Andy's deck. There's a lot of fun stuff in there that we didn't get to see this game. So hopefully this time around...
Oh, okay, so he doesn't have a sideboard.
Here we go, sideboard. Some Blue Elemental Blast, some more Power Sinks. Ooh, the Rack.
Is that the Rack?
It sure is. There's a couple of those I don't quite recognize.
Probably some, just looking at some roughed up cards.
Yeah.
93-94 is a pretty old format with some old cards.
Alex showing his beta Sinkhole, some Black Border Dark Ritual. Yeah, there you go.
So, Alex isn't short of land destruction either, so
No,
I think both players can kind of play that game with the...
You know what I've noticed? A lot of old school... There's a lot of land destruction going back and forth on both sides of the table. Most old school decks will run the full 4 copies of Strip Mine. I mean, just there you go. There's a Mind Twist, a Hypnotic Spectre. Alex is on the full dirty package.
Magic has more recently gone away from a lot of the land destruction stuff that they had in the past.
Yeah, there's only one 2-mana land destruction spell ever printed, and you got to see it right there on Alex's board, that Sinkhole. You know, they tried, back in Mirrodin, they tried to make another 2-mana discard 2 spell. And they put some clauses on it. Yeah, Wrench Mind.
Wrench Mind. Discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact.
Yeah, it still turned out to be really powerful, even with that clause to only make you discard 1. But they haven't gone back that way again.
No.
I'm kind of glad for that one.
I know Paul loves his 2-mana discard spells.
Yeah, yeah. 2-mana discard spells are quite good. As they shuffle up here. You have a 93-94 deck, don't you?
Working on one. Working on
what route are you planning on going there?
Thinking mono white. Armageddon.
You and I think.
Talk about land destruction.
Yeah, you and I think quite alike. That's what I was just thinking about myself. Mono white Armageddon deck.
So all you do is you ramp up to like Sarah Angel, and then next turn
And
Armageddon.
You just Armageddon, and then they're forced to deal with one of the biggest creatures in the format.
The players here shuffling up for game 2. I believe Andy would probably be on the play here.
Negative.
If you got anybody in chat, show some love for old school.
Yeah. We'll answer some questions or maybe even address your comments on the screen.
All right, looks like a good opener from Andy here. He's got 4 lands.
That's yeah. Andy looking at... Oh, this is Alex's hand. That's pretty gross, I gotta say. I see that... Oh, and he's missing a swamp.
Shy on swamps. Oh, look at
Yeah,
Andy.
there you go. Andy showing his stuff. I like that. Phantasmal Image, Power Sync, Control Magic. We look at it, Andy.
That would have been a great player profile picture there.
Yeah.
I wonder if Alex wants to...
I think you keep that hand too.
Is he mulligan? Okay, he mulligans. Yeah, he needs lands.
No, that's his top deck is the swamp that he needed to
turn
1
Does he have
Dark Ritual strip or
Okay, so Dark Ritual's got 3 mana.
10 seconds.
Okay, so uses one of the 3 for
The rack.
The rack?
Is that a cursed rack? It could be a cursed rack. Let's pull that one up.
Score rack or...
Scroll rack was in Tempest. That's a long ways off. Tempest or Stronghold, I believe. I can pull
He's going to use the other 2 mana to...
Sinkhole.
Sinkhole, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to use Sinkhole on Andy's Island. So that was a pretty classic play back in the day, too, is you turn 1 Dark Ritual, drop your rack, and blow up their land.
Yeah, and it seems
Put
to
him
work
a turn behind already.
favorably if you're on the play.
Very.
Luckily, Andy's got more lands, so...
Yeah. Alternatively, back in the day, even if you were on the play, turn 1 Dark Ritual, him to Torok was a thing, too.
So Alex is drawn pretty nice here, running lands that he needed, swamps specifically. Now it's almost as if Alex was on the play here. He's got 3 lands, and he's only got 2.
And so, yeah, that is the rack, Steven. So that one's going to deal damage to Andy if he has less than 3 cards in his hand.
Oh, wow.
Which, I mean, in 93, 94, if you're not playing with power, your hand empties pretty quick. Looks like Andy's hand is loaded up with counter magic.
He's got counter magic. He just wants to find a way to interact with what's already on the board.
A Black Knight. This is going to be a tough one. So he's going to twiddle
before combat.
The Initiate, or the Order of the Even Hand, prior to combat. That needs to be tapped, Alex. Not that he can hear me from here. So Andy took 4 off that exchange, draws another counter spell. Probably not what he's wanting to see. I'm thinking he wanted that 4th island so he could control magic.
Okay, so he's going to shut off the...
Yeah, turn off one of those Mishra's Factories. Yeah. Which is relevant. That's a lot of damage he saved himself.
That Sinkhole really coming into play here, and he's not going to be able to counter whatever play Alex has here this turn.
And that's a big tap out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yep.
A Sengor Vampire, right?
Good old Sengor Vampire. Just one of the biggest creatures in the format.
5 mana, 4/4, whatever.
4/4 flyer. Whenever a creature it deals damage to dies, it gets a counter, a 1/1 counter on it.
And that's just a huge creature here.
Yeah, very strong.
I think there's an unsummon in Andy's hand.
That is a good draw, but he did pass that turn with no play, so
it's gonna be taking some damage here regardless.
Yeah, I think Alex is in a really good spot right now. Yeah, there we go. The unsummon on the Sengor Vampire,
and now he'll be able to. Oh, okay, he's pumping for...
Yeah, so...
4,
and he's still going to
5,
take
6,
8 on
7,
this
8.
exchange.
Yep. Yikes.
Drop to 2. I mean, there's his control magic, but it's a little too late, I think. He's got that boomerang, but the boomerang doesn't win him the game.
Yeah, he's got lots of interaction, but just lots of interaction as far as counter spells, but no way to really deal with all these threats on the board. Now, Sinkhole really coming into play earlier in the game.
Yeah. If Andy had been able to drop that control magic a little bit earlier, he'd have been in a lot better position.
This looks like this might be it. Yep.
Yeah. Andy extending the hand there,
showing the control magic,
showing the control magic,
and all the
and
counter
counter
spells.
magic. Yeah. So that's 93-94 is a lot of quick games. I mean, they can go long, but a lot of the time it's decided within the first 3 or 4 turns what the game flow is going to look like. As you saw there, that turn 1 Sinkhole really.
Yeah, the
really
Sinkhole kind of
up.
set Andy. He was almost like he was behind a turn every turn, just behind one turn.
Yeah, he needed that 4th land a lot sooner than he got it.
Yeah, because a lot of his stuff he could have boomeranged or unsummoned with counter magic backup.
Yeah, being forced to stick to 1 spell a turn when Alex already had a bunch of threats on the board really hurt.
It's a really classic matchup here, it seems like.
Yeah, this is
mono
a really
black versus
fun.
mono blue.
This
Counter spells versus hand discard.
This really reminds me of good old schoolyard Magic back in the day. Summers of '96 and '97, playing cards with my buddies. When did you start playing Magic, Steven?
I started playing Magic around Dissension, so the first Ravnica block.
2006, 2007-ish area.
Yeah.
I started, I know Andy started back in the day, I think
Revised.
Was
his first, yeah.
Alex started at the beginning, but he took a really long break.
Okay.
I didn't start playing until Exodus came out in 1997 is when I started playing the game.
I was 7.
Wow. I think I was, 97? I was 10, 11 years old-ish. Remember, started playing at Summer Fun.
All right, looks like Andy. We're going to go into game 3 here.
Yeah, and you see Andy's beautiful face again with his old man beard.
He looks happy with the hand.
He
got
does.
3 mana Cyclonic.
I'm happy with his hand, too. That's a pretty nice one. All right, let's see if Alex got his... Nope, no Dark Rituals. Sinkhole again. That would have been a gross one. Yep.
Andy's starting off pretty strong here.
Psychic Venom right off the bat. Here you go. Now.
And Dark Ritual.
Yep, Dark Ritual.
3 mana.
Alex will take 2 points of damage. What are we going to see here?
4 mana floating.
I see a Senger Vampire. Oh, no, that's a Nightmare, it looks like, maybe?
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. Double Order of the Initiate, or Order of the Ebon Hand.
It's a strong turn, too.
Yes, it is. But that's an erosion.
There we go.
So now Alex is going to have to pay to keep that land around.
And I bet Andy is just...
Andy's quite happy here.
I believe he's got at least 1 Twiddle, too, which could come into play.
I thought I saw one as well. Alright. So for all you guys at home, the card that Alex is playing, it is Order of the Ebon Hand. It is a 2/1 protection from white.
Okay, so it does have the protection from
yes.
white. Okay.
Alex
Not really relevant here, but good to know.
He can pay 2 black to give it +1/+0 until end of turn, or he can pay 1 black to give it first strike until end of turn.
Wow, Demonic Tutor. That's
Demonic
a powerful
Tutor.
card. It kind of
cost
represents
him 2 life.
Yeah, it did cost him 2 life. It represents the strongest card in his deck, since
it sure does.
It's going to let him look through his deck and find whatever card he wants.
Hopefully he'll show us here in the booth so we can see.
Yeah, what did he pick up here?
Another erosion from Andy. Really taxing Alex's land base here. I think I pay it off and leave the... I don't know. It's a tough one.
At least he's drawing his swamps.
I would assume that it... Did he not pay the erosions? We might be talking about the wrong card here.
Erosion is the one that forces it to tap unless you pay...
I think erosion forces you to sacrifice it unless you pay.
We'll find out here shortly and let you guys know.
That is erosion. Target land is destroyed unless the controller pays one. Oh, he paid life.
Pay life, okay.
Yeah, he can pay 1 mana or 1 life during his upkeep. I did not know about that part. Alex's nice 4 and black border swamp there. 3 black. Mind Twist.
Mind Twist.
Yeah,
wow.
there you go. Oh, and there's that 3rd copy of Erosion.
So Andy's going to be in top deck mode here, meaning he's just going to be playing with the cards he draws off the top.
Yes, Mind Twist, for you guys that don't know. It's 1 black mana and X, and target opponent discards X cards at random.
Really powerful card.
Yeah, very strong.
And I imagine that's what he tutored with the Demonic Tutor.
I could see that being the case, yeah. He's got to stop Andy's shenanigans somehow. I mean, his land base is taxed quite heavily.
Yeah, before the Mind Twist, we had a pretty good race here.
Yeah. So it looks like Andy's going to take a hit for 5. Drop himself down to 6. And there's another...
And another Order of the Yep in hand.
Yep. Alex will take 2 to cast that, though.
Alright, so it looks like Andy needs an answer here.
Remove Soul, I believe. Is that Remove Soul? I didn't know.
I'm not familiar with that.
No, I don't
one.
think so. That can't be that old.
Well, I hope it's something that can answer something here, or else Andy's going to be probably dead on this turn. And Alex going for the sweep up, so Alex got it again.
There you go. I wonder if Jake our tech guy can put up that card right there on Andy's board. Not sure what that one is. Yeah, it is Remove Soul.
Okay, so counter target summon spell, meaning you counter target creature spell, which would be now. So
whoa, this is 93 and 94. They are summon
Sorry,
spells.
counter target
Okay.
summon spell. That is an interrupt.
It is an interrupt, which they all became instants after the big overhaul to the system. But back in the day, interrupt is a step faster than instant.
It looks like that came out of the sideboard.
It did come out of the sideboard, and he brought in a few more. It's a good call, seeing as
you gotta love the art on some of these older cards. Just they can't print art like that nowadays.
Yeah, they have stepped up their art control quality.